Hi, my name is Janet Valenza, and I am the president of women's clothing brand Go Go Gracious. We help dynamic women like all of you who appreciate fashion look great in less time. And lately, we have been doing a lot of what we call our Simply Smart style consultations, which are virtual, right in front of your own closet, and we work with you to put together, to identify actually 10 items and 5 outfits. So 10 key items, 5 outfits that will take you back out onto your hybrid work schedule from home to a diverse array of activities without really changing. So that's what we've been doing. We've been doing a lot of it for attorneys, and today, I am excited to have my new friend and colleague, Sharon Christie of Bold Women Lawyers, join us. So I'm going to introduce you to her. We're going to have a quick chat. So without further ado, let me bring her in. So let me introduce everyone in the audience to you. Sharon is a nurse, an attorney, and a business coach for women lawyers. Her background includes working for both a big firm, a small firm, and then her own practice for 16 years. And she sold that practice to start Bold Women Lawyers, which is a coaching company and helps women lawyers build a profitable practice and a business that they love. And Sharon and I met, we both work with attorneys. That's how we met. We met in an organization called Women Owned Law, which has been very good to me, and I'm happy to participate and to have met Sharon. Please welcome Sharon.
Thank you, Janet.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So Sharon, if you could first tell us what made you transition from an attorney to a coach, and specifically a coach for small women-owned law firms, for those firms that are solo or up to 5 people, right? 5 employees.
Exactly. So what I found as I was coming through and I was working on building my own business, my own solo practice, I found that I really needed help. I needed mentors, and I found some, and they were helpful. I'm not saying that they weren't. What I could not find as a woman lawyer were other women lawyers out there to help me. And after 16 years in my own solo practice, I decided that I really wanted, it was time for me to strike out in that direction, to become the person that I needed as I was coming through, to help get the business up and running the way that I wanted it to, and growing. So that's my mission. It's to help other women do what I did, but to do it in a much shorter period of time.
I see. So now, did you say you were looking for specifically women mentors when you were in your own practice?
Initially, I was not, but what I found was I was finding business coaches and people running masterminds. They were men, and they were lawyers. Initially, they were all lawyers, and they were men, and they were great. I don't have anything against men. As I always say, men are great. I married one. I mean, he's great. That's not the issue. The issue for me was that women approach problems differently. We approach business problems differently. We are acculturated differently from men. Our culture treats women and men differently, particularly in business. And I found that I just was not resonating with these guys. I like them. I learned some things from them. But the things that they felt were really important in business, a lot of times I just couldn't relate to, and I couldn't relate to the approaches that they used. So I had to find my own way. And that's why I focus now on women, because I think we just handle things differently. It's not better, it's not worse, it's different. And that's fine. You can build a very successful business that way. But you need mentors that you can look to that can show you the path.
Well, we could have a whole other conversation about how women do things differently from men, because I myself, many, many years ago, I'm a past CFO and worked mostly with men, and now I work mostly with women. So I agree with you, and it's a separate conversation. But today, I want to talk a little bit about what problems you see, like the biggest problem attorneys have, and also I'm particularly fascinated by this whole area of mindset, which I think is really important. And do you think that's one of the big problems?
Yeah, I do. I think that the first problem that I see is the failure to have a CEO mindset. You are a business owner. Lawyers tend not to think of themselves as business owners. You're a business owner like any other business. And you need to approach the business side of things, not with your lawyer mind, but with your business mind and as a CEO, so that you understand you are looking at long-term as well as what do I have to do today. You are looking at planning. You are looking at how do I put my team together? What's the best team? Who do I need handling things that are not things that I can handle in the most efficient way, and are probably more skilled at handling than I am. For example, financial matters. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I talk to women attorneys like, well, I do my own books. And it really makes me want to like sort of pull my hair out, because you will easily become overwhelmed by all of that, because it's not, unless you happen to be an accountant. And occasionally I have accountant, lawyers who are clients, but unless that's your background, you're going to be overwhelmed very quickly by it. And you're not going to do a good job, and you become extremely frustrated. So that's the first mindset issue that I see as a stumbling block for a lot of women in law.
On the issue of overwhelm, I find that that's a big issue with my clients as well, because people have so many things in their wardrobe, and many of them have, a lot of beautiful things, but no way to really focus it. And that issue of overwhelm, I think, is kind of an overlap for us. Digressing a bit, I want to ask you finally, what is it, what should a woman lawyer ask herself? What is the most important question she should be asking herself about work and how she's working?
For me, the most important question, because I think everything ultimately flows from this, is the work I'm doing, does it feed my soul? And when I say that, what I mean is it truly work that is meaningful to me, that is meaningful to my clients, that makes me happy doing the work from a professional point of view, that makes me feel good about what I'm doing? Because if it's not, what I've learned is that if you are just sort of in an area of practice and it could be extremely lucrative, but the money's not going to be enough. If you're in an area of practice that is just robbing your soul of life, then it's time to look around and make a change, because it's so much easier to deal with the ups and downs of business if what you're doing is actually what I call feeding your soul, and really aligned with your purpose as a lawyer. So that's my best advice.
I think you're spot on. I think most people don't ever really find their soul feeding or passion for their genuine, authentic passion for what they're doing. And I think it seems like you did an amazing job, and especially was able to combine your background as a nurse with the law in the area of disability, and really help people. So I can understand the difference. I can understand the difference between, soul sucking and
Yes.
soul feeding, there's a real difference there.
Exactly.
So thank you, Sharon. This has been brief, but it's been interesting. It was fun, and it would be fun to do it again. I had a great time.
Absolutely. Me too. Anytime. I'm happy to come back.